all over the world, you might need to hop on a plane if you want to come explore with us. And sometimes you might want to bring your kids. So come with us as I go over some tried and tested advice on flying with kids. Welcome to Free Tours by Foot. I'm Camden, and I'm here to take you around the world for the best travel tips, how-to guides, and tour highlights. To keep finding out more, subscribe to this channel, and if you want to join us on one of our walking tours, visit us at freetoursbyfoot.com. Where's the other one? There he is. Can you say hi to the camera? Yeah, we're all gonna go get on a plane. Yay! Tip number 1, timing is key. We always try to schedule our flights just before the usual nap time or bedtime. My kids aren't gonna sleep in the hustle and bustle of an airport, but the white noise and the subtle motion of a plane, it usually puts them to sleep. Now, you do have to time this right, because if you wait too long and they've missed the nap window, well, then they're overtired, and overtired kids on a plane is the worst. Tip number 2, do they get their own seats? Under the age of 2, children can fly on domestic flights, usually for free. You do need to call ahead and let them know that you're bringing a lap infant. Now, if you book your tickets for the adults online, you still do need to call the airline. You can't do this part online, and let them know. And when you check in, you have to check in with a gate agent. You can't do the self-check-in. We had to show a copy of the birth certificate to prove the age. Now, this one's obviously under the age of 2. But when we flew last week, we still had to prove that she was under the age of 2. Now, for international flights, you do usually have to pay some taxes and fees. Still a lot cheaper than a full price ticket. Now, for either flight, should you get them their own seat? Now, if they're little and they can't sit on their own anyway, it's fine. Have them be a lap infant. Sit on your lap the whole flight. It's a free ticket. One thing to keep in mind on international flights, if you're traveling with a little one and don't want to bring a car seat, you can request, and they'll honor this for free. There's no extra charge. Like some airlines will charge you for picking your seat in advance. If you're flying with a lap infant on an international flight, a lot of airlines will let you pick a bulkhead seat. And that is because they offer bassinets for little ones on the longer flights. They are first come, first serve, and it's not guaranteed, but I have never not been able to get one. But if they're mobile and even under the age of 2 and it fits into your budget, we recommend getting a seat. This way they'll have some more room. They can stretch out, they can lay down when it's time to sleep. We always travel with a car seat. We use the Costco travel seat. Costco, not like the big brand box store. Different brand, no T in the word. It's lightweight, it's under $40, but we always check it. We don't have our 2-year-old sit in the car seat. Now, when we check our car seat, we do use a car seat travel bag. You don't have to. You can check your car seat without a bag, but this way it just feels a little bit more secure and safer, and you can throw some goods in the bag. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We also always use a travel stroller on our trips. I cannot rave enough about the Pocket travel stroller. It folds up. It's like 7 pounds, and it folds up. You can fit it in a backpack. It does not come with its own backpack, but we found a different carry-on approved backpack that fits perfectly. I will put the name of both of these things in the description below. As convenient and lightweight as the stroller is, though, we don't carry it through the airport. We also check it in with the car seat and our luggage. If we can, we usually just use a carrier and our diaper bag when we go through security and to walk through the airport, because that's what works for us. But if you have your hands full or you are outnumbered with children, a stroller is often a good idea even within the airport. But you can gate check strollers, which means you have the use of the stroller throughout the airport. And when you're boarding the plane, you leave the stroller with the attendant at the door of the plane. Now do double check with them that it will be there when you get off the plane. Sometimes they take items that you've gate checked and they put them on the baggage claim, which kind of defeats the purpose of gate checking a stroller. Speaking of baggage claim, do make sure to note if the airport you are arriving at has oversized baggage claim. Sometimes they put car seats in a whole different belt than the rest of your luggage. Talking about car seats and strollers leads to tip number 3, know what you can bring with you. TSA allows you to bring breast milk, pumping parts, snacks, even if they're liquids, even if they're over the allowed amount. Basically, whatever you need for the children, you can bring them through. You do need to let the TSA agent know that you have these items. I actually always have a screenshot of the TSA rules on my phone. That way, if that particular TSA agent isn't quite up to date on the rules, I can show them that I am allowed to bring this with me. Most airlines allow you to check with your luggage a car seat and a stroller for free. Sometimes you can get away with a pack and play. It never hurts to ask, but do be prepared for it to count against your checked luggage if you're bringing one. But here's my favorite quick tip. If you get a car seat bag to hold your car seat, it doesn't have to hold just the car seat. We always stuff our car seat bag with toys and diapers. Next tip, don't board with family boarding unless you have reserved seats. So let's say you're flying American Airlines and you know what seats you're going to be in and you know in advance, where are you going? That you guys are all going to be together. You want to be the last ones on board so your young ones can get all their energy out and run around. We always stand just next to the gate so the agent knows that we're there and that we're going to board as soon as it's the last minute possible. But if you're flying on Southwest, where you don't know whether you're going to sit together or not, Southwest allows Group A to board first. So those are the folks who paid for their seating. Then they have family boarding. That means if you're trying to get a row of 3 together, you'll probably end up in the back of the seat on a full, or back of the plane on a full flight. Now, this advice doesn't work if you have carry-on luggage that you want near you on the flight. We just don't carry carry-on luggage that can't fit underneath the seat in front of us, so it doesn't matter. It's also a wise idea to prepare for takeoff before the plane starts moving. So as soon as we sit down in our seats, we get things ready. If you are nursing and using bottles, have one out and ready to go. If you are nursing and not using bottles, just have everything ready to start nursing when you start taxiing to the runway. If you're using formula, start making that bottle before the plane starts moving because it's just easier. What you want to do is start feeding the baby as soon as the plane starts to take off. As the plane is rising and you notice your ears are hopping, if it's happening to the baby too, they don't know what to do to stop that. So chewing on snacks for older kids, nursing and having a bottle for younger ones usually helps that. When you are on the plane, always have stuff for the kids to do. If there is any time that you're going to let your kid watch a screen, now is the time to do it. Just make sure that your device is fully charged, the movie or television show is downloaded, and that you have a pair of kids' headphones with you. You can also find magnetic puzzles, window clings, and travel storybooks to bring along. But whatever you do, do not forget the snacks. Bring more snacks than you think is possible for them to eat on the flight. The biggest regret I've ever had is not bringing enough snacks on an international flight. If you arrive at the airport early or you have a layover between flights, a lot of airports have kid zones, a play area where they can run around, jump, and climb on things. I'm very privileged that I get to take my kids with me on a lot of my trips. So I feel pretty confident on taking both of my children with me on flights now. But what works for me might not work for you, or you might have had some tried and tested advice that you want to share with folks as well. So let us know in the comments below, or tag us on social media at Free Tours by Foot. Once you've landed, our tours are great for kids, and we'd love to have you join. You can also find guides on what to do with kids in all of our cities on our website at freetoursbyfoot.com. Subscribe here, like this video, find us on social media, and happy flying!